strangest thing
That's
you've ever seen.
those Japanese
Like, Mark,
things.
look.
Yeah. It's
Oh my God, but it's the sound it makes. Wait, listen. Cute. It's like a quack, an oink, and a honk all at one go. Stick the tongue in.
Ellie, no honking on stage.
What is that called?
This is like the
Don't
Gallagher
touch
of,
the tongue.
the Gallagher of guests, you know. She has props and noises and stuff like
Right,
that.
I've got my
Apparently.
own. I'm like a band. Sound effects.
Now watch what she does to a watermelon.
Don't go there. Oh no, I had to do this thing with a greased watermelon in a pool once. It was horrifying.
We're just waiting for a few more people to filter
Don't
in
ask
before
me
we
what
get
it was.
officially started here.
If somebody could get me a Diet Coke, I'd love you forever.
Oh, we have
Is
lots
it
of those
raining
upstairs.
now that it's about weather? Did you notice that I brought an umbrella? Right? Who was thinking? And I didn't even know. Oh, you've got an umbrella too, fancy pants. I didn't even know that the theme was weather. I thought it was steampunk.
Well,
Diet
steam
Coke,
does
please,
turn
thank
into
you.
weather.
Diet Coke,
Well,
Coke,
because
please,
you
thank
wanted
you.
a Diet Coke, and we have a whole thing of them upstairs.
Diet Coke. Yeah, but getting there is like 3 years to get upstairs to the green room.
Come on, it's not that bad.
It's 30 miles from nowhere. But if it was me having to go get it, I'd be like, oh, for the love of God, there's one elevator.
Yeah,
Because
the
it's
one
not
elevator
working.
has been a very, very challenging thing.
Challenging.
Okay. Well, it looks like this might be who we have today.
Hi, every pony.
Very surprising.
We love you, every pony.
We love you. So we're here to talk about. What are we here to talk about?
You.
Me? No, you don't want to
Come
talk
on,
about me.
Rob.
No, I'm
How long
boring.
have you been doing this?
Long time.
How long?
16 years.
60.
16.
You've been in the fandom
my
16
God.
years?
I've been in the fandom. No, I've been in this fandom. How long has it been? 2013? Whatever
10
the first year
years.
Brony
10
Camp
years.
was.
Well, we came out in 2012.
2013.
Okay,
2013.
10 years. That's
Yeah, it's
20.
been 10 years.
20, right?
Yeah, 10 years.
10 years, okay.
Yeah, it's been about 10 years. It's it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been a
How
good time.
fun is it?
It's been very fun.
Right?
All of the fun. We've had all the fun. We enjoy being up here and doing silly things and meeting silly people.
I don't, what's happening?
So what we're here to talk about more than anything is actually
Mark.
something that everyone here tends to be a big fan of,
Ask
which is
Mark
voice acting.
everything.
Voice acting. And voice acting is something that obviously we all appreciate because we all enjoy a show where voice acting is, I would argue, one of the better features of the show. My Little Pony, I don't think, it was certainly in G4 and most of the generations, it's something that you notice a lot. And I know that it was one of the biggest things that drew me to this show. It drew me to many cartoons that I've chosen to like over the years. Who would say voice acting was the big reason they started appreciating the show as well? Or at least something that they appreciate about the show. How about that? There you go. So that's a big, big number of people considering the people that I'm sitting next to are two of the feature people from that exact series. And we have Miss Ellie Ray Hennessy. Hello.
Hi, every pony.
And we have Mr. Mark Atchison. You know, Mark, I went to school with someone named Scott Atchison. Is he related to you at all?
No.
Okay. I never got a chance to ask you that. I always wondered if that was the case. Okay, answer me. Nonetheless.
He's related to me, though.
Well, all right.
I don't know. Aren't we all
Well,
related?
hold on. So we're here to talk about you, Ellie, and we're here to talk about you, Mark. So we'll start with you, Mark. How about that?
Oh, I think we should start with Ellie.
I think we should start with Mark.
Well, there we go again.
Because on your mark, get set, go. You see how it works? It goes like this.
You know,
Boom!
she has
Mic
you
drop,
there.
thank you.
She has you there. Mark,
Yes.
Make your mark.
you've done this a long time.
Some people say way too long.
But you've been involved with many different productions over the years. I mean, you've been. What's wrong with me? I'm forgetting the name now. Not Ultron. What's wrong with me?
Unicron.
Unicron. I should remember that. Unicorns.
And Crumple Zone, but yeah, Unicron and Crumple Zone and Transformers.
Yeah. You've been an elf. You talked about that yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who can't remember that character?
So
It'll
you
be on
played.
my tombstone, I'm sure.
Well, it's a very memorable film. So obviously, something that people will remember. What's a couple other feature ones that people would remember, other than Lord Tyrek, of course?
Oh, Chronicles of Riddick, Watchmen, Reindeer Games, Smallville, of course. 2 seasons in Supernatural, X-Files. Van Helsing. I don't know. The list goes on.
I played Van Helsing.
So lots.
Yeah, well, of course you did.
In a play. Twice.
Mark, would you say that like live action is kind of the majority of what you've been doing, or?
Well, it's during from 2000 to about 2018, it was about 50%. I did half cartoon and then half film and TV. Before that, it was all film and TV except for a little bit of cartoons. But somehow I got lucky and they started picking me up on cartoons, and I really enjoyed that.
Which do you prefer, if I can ask?
Well, the days are a lot shorter in cartoons. And you don't have to get dressed up.
Yeah.
There's no makeup.
Yeah.
And
No
you're out
memorizing
quick.
lines.
And you just play like a kid. So I'd have to say cartoons are my favorite.
That's fair. I think this is a common question to anyone who plays someone who. I mean, okay, let's be honest. Lord Tyrek is a villain. So.
No, he's not. He's a very nice guy.
So, do you enjoy playing the villain?
Well, that's how I make my living. It's not from playing nice guys. People look at my face and they go, well, no makeup here, that guy's a villain, obviously. And so I'm just used to it. It's a good way to live. I think I've been killed more times than I can count. I hold the record. I was killed 3 times in 48 hours on 3 different shows. I was double booked on one. So they killed me off twice in 12 hours and then the next 12 hours. Anyway, it was a busy night of killing me. I thought they were trying to send me a message, actually. But I survived.
And we're glad you're here, Mark. Thank you.
Me too.
I think it's. I know it certainly comes from many people would say this, but your interpretation of Lord Tyrek was just spot on, and just absolutely nailed exactly who everyone pictured him to be. I mean, because he's been around before you, in fact, right? Because you didn't do the original, right?
Oh no. Yeah. There was heritage with this role, and I took that seriously. But I was flabbergasted I got the role. I saw the competition going in. And I thought, well, might as well just go home now, man. Anyway, but I read, and the writing was really, really good. And but the thing I enjoyed the most about the opening episode was how small and wizened he was at the beginning, and then how big and gigantic he was near the end. And that arc was a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, and he also just, like, the character depth that you bring to him, if I can say, because like yesterday was a good example when you were playing Dr. McMuffins or whatever his name was.
See, that was Tabitha trying to get to me.
Yeah.
And she almost did. But anyway, I had a really good time doing that.
You did a great job. Who was there to see that last night? Yeah. Did you enjoy that too? Round of applause for Mark on his interpretation of that. Man, you just rolled through those like nobody's business. It was great. Well, thanks, Mark. That's really cool.
Thanks a lot, Rob. And I want to say thank you so much for having me out here, Rob, and all you folks. It means a lot to me. It does. It's not just a thing. It's a chance to actually meet people that like what I do. And that's sort of pretty special to me. So when you come up and shake my hand, it means something to me. So thank you.
Well said. But on the note of well said, we have a lady who is very well spoken, and she needs no introduction. But why don't we introduce them to some of the work you've worked on, Ellie Ray? How about
Oh my gosh, there's so much, and who cares? It's 45 years of stuff, and you can IMDb me. And like, people always, the questions that you get asked, like, what's your favorite part? And there's so many. You feel sad for every show you've ever done, and to every character you've ever played. It's like saying, pick your favorite pony. You love them all for different reasons, just like I love all the bronies in the fandom. And I love, it's not like anyone is better. And there's a canon of stories, just like in all of the 10 years of the last generation. There's so many characters, there's so many stories. And, Mark and I have been around doing this for a long while. And like Mark, I also do film, television, stage work as well. So I'm not just a voice actor. I think I just call myself a bon vivant. I'm just a celebrator of words. I literally use words that have been written, and hopefully I use them and the magic, bing bong, as an tricked you, as an alchemist. And I really do believe we are magicians, all of us, because you are a character as well, my dear audience, my dear fandom. You are the greatest character in every single episode of every single show that I've ever done, because it's the only reason I ever open my mouth to speak as an actor, is for an audience. So for you, I say thank you, as Mark just did. It means something to meet you in person, the people that we do this work for, and hopefully we move you and we take you places and we remind you of the magic, bing bong, in friendship. I always say this: there's no I in team. And yes, I've done My Little Pony and the new generation I'm in as well, which will gain its hooves. It's just started. It hasn't even been a year. But I believe it will find its legs and gallop madly into the hearts of those that are looking for new stories with similar characters, because it's just like every story that Mark and I do, we are intent on raising the spirit in you. And hopefully, as you raise the spirit in us, we create this incredible relationship as characters, you being a character as well, together. And right now, I've got 2 television series, one that's just been nominated for 3 Canadian Screen Awards called Pink is In. I play the warden in an all-female prison. It's a comedy. It's wild as it's cuckoo pants. It's on Bell 5 TV. It's being picked up right now by an American affiliate program that I'm not allowed to talk about. But I have another show on Prime, Amazon Prime right now, called Insomnia, which is a very violent miniseries shot in Russia. I shot it in Russia, and I play Catherine, who's a billionaireess who is very powerful. I won't tell you too much about her, but she carries around her taxidermied dead dog as good luck. Her dog is called Lucky, and they basically, in Insomnia, they bet on human beings to go out and kill one another. It's a really violent, it's for the billionaires in the world who have got everything, and then they just get a little bit crackers. And Catherine ends up winning. And she's an unexpected winner. So that's kind of an exciting thing. And I've got some fun projects on the go right now. A few Cartoon Network show that is NDA that I can't talk about, but it's pretty exciting. And I'm Oyster Cookie on, I don't know if anyone plays Cookie Run Kingdom. It's a game. Yeah, awesome. I play Oyster Cookie on that. That's kind of a new addition to my... I also did a thing with Michael Dobson. I think Michael Dobson lives in Vancouver. He's a voice actor here, I believe. Yeah.
He's both biceps.
Yeah, and I think that's right. I was going to say he's in MLP as well. But I did a new thing where I play this Baba Yaga. She's 2,000 years old, prostitute, kind of weird. I don't even know. It's the scariest thing I've ever done in my life, actually. She's hideous. And she seduces Santa Claus. No, you have no idea. and her daughter weighs 4,000 pounds and has little pink slippers taped to her feet, and she seduces Santa Claus so that her daughter can eat Santa Claus. So this is the kind of work that we do. Like we talk about, okay,
Well,
you've got
that's what you do.
MLP, and then you
Don't
go,
associate me.
well, I just go, you know.
I do a lot of crazy stuff, but I do not eat Santa Claus. I don't seduce him.
Well,
I don't do
and
anything.
tell me about it. Like, I mean,
I don't
you know.
do anything like that.
I mean, even Michael Dobson was like, oh my God, because we were recording. Yeah, I was in Toronto, he was here, and we were patching in, and he was like, oh my God, this is insane. And I said, yeah, I know. It's completely insane. I don't know what's happening. So, you know, and then you go from Go Dog Go. I don't know if anybody watches that. There's so many little series on the go. Does anybody watch Agent Binky? I play Chuck the Duck. She's a one-legged duck who wears a helmet because she crashes into everything, and she's a bit, unhinged, too. There's like so many stories going on right now. Like you can't possibly, they just keep coming. They're just there in this beautiful kind of canon of, you know, preschool, school, tween, teen, adult shows, right?
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of them are going to the Toronto area, which is where you're from, correct?
Yes, but you know, and I was lucky enough because of Tabitha, bless Tabitha St. Germain, my best friend. You know, I was out here and I found out about MLP, or I never would have been in it. Because I went, what is happening? She'd come home from these conventions with all merch and stuff, and I'd be like, what is this? And I said, I have to be on that show. And I got her agent, Ralph, and I said, I want to audition for this show. And I was out here, and I got an audition. It was like I manifested it. I had like 3 weeks while I was here. I got the audition. I got the job, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Like, I'm literally so excited. And then the rest is history. Because Miss Maine wasn't the first character that I recorded in the canon. I did How to Change a Changeling, or whatever was the first show that I was in. And I played a couple of changelings. And so I didn't really get the full effect of working with Tabitha. Tabitha introduced me in Campfire Tales. Rarity introduces, you know, it's really interesting that my best friend introduces her favorite legend, Miss Maine, and when we recorded it together, I cried because, you know, there's my friend. It was just very synchronistic how, I don't know, stories collide in how we love one another and how we uplift and inspire one another in friendship, because this is about friendship is magic, bing bong, and there it is. You're recording with my friend. And now it is being recorded in Toronto, so none of the Vancouver talent really get the opportunity, because there's this tax credit now that they're enforcing, that you can't just sort of come and do voices all over the country as we kind of did before.
For those who don't know, like a big part of film, and one of the reasons anyway, that we've really seen a boom in the local area for Vancouver as well as Toronto, is because there's a tax credit given to any productions that actually operate in these areas, but they're starting to get a little bit more particular about how those credits work. So some areas are better than others. Toronto is better than Vancouver right now.
Well, and thank goodness I have an address here with Tabitha, so I can actually claim a tax credit. Like, they have to believe that you live so that people aren't scooping work from, which is ridiculous, because it takes a village to tell stories. It's not about where you're from, in my opinion, but which is why MLP is loved all over the world. It doesn't matter. It should be recorded wherever, you know, ponies exist. You know, there's actors everywhere.
No, keep recording here, because we like having you guys come to this conference.
Well, and hey, listen, I just auditioned last night in my room for Ralph under pillows with my phone, because I'm not in my home studio, for a dog. Literally, that is due on Monday. So I just thought it was hilarious, because I am here. He said, here's, an audition. So I think it's a talking dog in a real, so they want the actor to be there when they record the commercial, but it's really going to be a dog. And then they want the actor to sit there on Thursday and kind of just be the dog. Although, oh my God, I love you. Nathan? Lunar? Where's Lunar? Thank you, Lunar.
Lunar,
but Nathan, you're carrying it. Lunar, You know, what a team, gang. Can we just all say thank you to those support staff that are here volunteering? And I have been so taken care of, whether it is driven from the airport, carrying my bags, taking care of me, and taking care of me ain't easy. I gotta be honest with you. Thank you. Thank you to you. I love you, ponies. Oh my gosh, you're just so awesome. Diet Coke,
Yeah,
please,
you have a
thank
great
you.
team.
Yes, baby, go
And
for it.
they're cold.
Oh, right?
Right out of the fridge.
Caffeine.
So Mark, I know that you've done a number of auditions and things too. So like, obviously, because that's what this job is, right? It's auditioning, and sometimes you get a role. Isn't that usually how it works?
Yeah, sometimes.
Not always.
Every once in a while. But yeah, I've got a couple things in the can right now. I've got a Disney feature coming out. It'll be next month or the month after. Remake of Peter Pan and Wendy with Jude Law. And I worked 4 months on that, and then came back and did another 2 weeks last year.
Were you? Are you? Yeah, are you?
No, I'm not Hook. I'm his first mate. But
hey, you speak? Hey.
And that should be coming out pretty soon, and I'm looking forward to that. And then there's a little project that's gotten a lot of notice in the film festivals. It's called Never Broken, written and directed by Mary Jo Dion. And it's a period piece, and I just play a cameo in it. I play a guy named Dandy Andy. But so far it's won in Athens, and it's won in Amsterdam, and it's won in New York. Anyway, it's getting noticed, and it's a really cool project. So if you ever get to see Never Broken, Never Broken.
Never Broken.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Never Broken, everybody. Check it out.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out, Mark. That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I look forward to the thing the Peter Pan thing too. That's
The pirate, yeah.
Oh, pirate. Arr. I want to be a pirate.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much, both of you, for such a great introduction. So, and I agree.
That wasn't me.
Okay. No, it was her.
It was Miss May.
Yeah, Miss Maine, which is you.
Yeah. She's a lady.
Well, thank you for that introduction. I guess let's get a few of the basic questions out of the way because I know they're going to come. So
Do it.
You already mentioned the one that everyone asks. What's your most favorite moment? Recording or acting or anything like that. So if, you kind of already covered that, Ellie. But if you have any other specific ones that you really enjoyed doing before we get started, and we'll strike that question from the allowable ones. How about that?
I mean, the allowable ones. That's right. I mean, again, the experiences in storytelling are all just delightful for me. And as Mark said, what a great opportunity we have. Thank you, Lunar. To be able to do what we do in our pajamas in the last 3 years from our home studios. Like, the best moments, though, I do have to say, are in ensemble records, which don't happen anymore, unfortunately. And for those who don't know what an ensemble record is, it's when the entire cast comes together and they are all recording together. So you get to react off, obviously, what another character is giving to the story, as opposed to being by yourself and just generating the reaction. And I would say that my best moments in studio is when you crack up and lose your mind, and it's usually because somebody else is stimulating bad behavior in the record and farting around, literally farting around. That's Tabitha. So I would say the gassiness of the farting around is what causes for great levity and joy, because it's kind of ridiculous and you're trying to do the job, but spontaneity in creativity, when the body creates its own language, will create just much. I'm like a 10-year-old boy. All you have to do is fart, and I'm gone forever. Like, I will just laugh, and it's over. It's just I can't get it together. So I think a lot of my joy is in those moments when things go cuckoo pants in ensemble records. Now, unless I do it by myself, which, you know, gassiness from me doesn't bring me kind of joy. It's when somebody else does it. Right? You know what I'm saying?
So from the gaseous recording, Mark, would you say anything on stage or film or any great moments you'd like to recall before we move on to some questions?
They involve laughter. For me, they involve where I lose control because I feel that we have tamped down on our joy. Children laugh 400 times a day and we laugh 12 to 15 times a day, usually at the expense of someone else. And I feel that kind of hysterical, you know, you get hysterical where you pee your pants and tears run down your face because you're so hysterical. We don't do that anymore because we try to behave, and the institutionalized training we've been through has kind of made us all go, you know, be professional, keep it down, behave yourself, don't lose control of yourself. And I feel like when you lose control of yourself and you can't get it together, it kind of makes you feel more alive because, you know, it's real. And it's that childlike spirit that we have inside of ourselves that gulps for air. And it's liberated, right? It's free. Like we just want to scream with laughter. So that has happened to me more often than I'd like to admit because, of course, the stage management and the directors don't like it because you get it together. What are you doing? You've lost your mind. Stop laughing. And once you open up the laughter gate and really let yourself go, and I urge every pony here to do it every day, laugh until you cry. Gulp for breath and just liberate that hysteria out of yourself, and you'll feel so much better, which is why I think I love mistakes so much and just doing what's disallowed. And that's the kind of moments where I just lose control, and then the audience knows you're laughing. Like you know, on stage, if you do that, they know you've lost control. It's like, you know, the Lucille Ball, whenever the old-fashioned TV shows, Carol Burnett, where they would lose control and laugh when they're not and you're trying to do the scene and
Mark,
you're hysterical.
You know, Ellie, I didn't know we were getting a life lesson. This is
Yeah.
it's great advice. It really is. I mean,
Yeah,
the more
it's
we
the
laugh, the more we
laughter.
can smile.
Those moments
Absolutely.
of losing control are the best.
So, Mark, did you have any fun stories that I'm sure people were going to ask you anyway?
Well, I think I mentioned this before. Elf is the gift that keeps on giving to me. Basically changed my career overnight. And the funny thing was that I was supposed to just do one line. I didn't audition for it. They just called me and they said, would you do one line with Will Ferrell? I said, yeah. And so I went in and I was just supposed to say work release, 2 words. And then all of a sudden Will Ferrell and Jon Favreau wanted to play. And before I knew it, Will Ferrell was tickle fighting me, and things are going on and on for 22 hours. And it was a magical day for me because none of that was expected. None of it was scripted. It was all just off the cuff. And it was absolute play. So for me, that was a magic day, a magic 22 hours. Yeah.
No kidding.
So good.
Thanks, Mark. That was awesome. All right, let's move on to some audience questions. So we're going to have Nathan that's going to just queue up the questions and just make sure that everything's all good. Although, yeah, yes. And so we've got our first one here.
This one's for Mark. Relating to MLP specifically, not your rather extensive portfolio that you had before that. When you were dealing with either the production, the other voice actors or anything, what is your personally most memorable moment from having been, chosen to voice for MLP specifically?
First of all, I was like, I was in shock for, a couple of weeks when I got cast, because I saw all of the people reading for the part, and I didn't think I had a shot, But as I went along, I noticed that he was coming in near the end of certain seasons and the beginning of other seasons, and that was kind of exciting to me because they kind of used, you know, the meat of Tirek to supercharge the Starks or give the finish a bit of a hang, a bit of a, you know, an edge. And I liked giving edge to that stuff. Because My Little Pony is a really special milieu. It's a very, really cool kind of thing. But every once in a while, it needs a splash of dark color. Yeah. And I think that's what I do. So I really enjoyed that, especially at the cliffhangers.
I think the dark color is actually what rounds out the series the best. I personally think. Yeah,
I do agree.
Yeah, it's as they said. My Little Pony is not successful for its amazingly over the top rainbowness.
No.
It's successful because it's not all that.
Well, they have to overcome adversity and evil
Yeah.
and darkness, and like we do in life, it's like they've got to work together to somehow overcome that, which is what makes it. So we know those battles, right? We all know those, and I think we relate to that, right?
We've got flaws. Or however that's what it is. Yeah. We're not flawless. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
Next question, sir.
Hi. So I've got a question for Mark specifically. So I'm really curious, how would you play a villain? When you're given a role, how would you go about creating that villain in your head? And then how would you perform that? Because I think that creating a villain is a very specific way to make a show better, as you just said.
Well, for animation, I look very much at the pictures, if there are any, the drawings, and get a sense of the character. You know, I mean, it was a real nice juxtapose with Tirek to be really small and wizened and dark and quiet in the beginning, because it made him really kind of ominous. And then when he becomes supersized Pegasus, big muscles, you know, unlike me, very, very robust, then I filled into that because I normally do that. But then the second part is the script. When you can, I mean, you know, I don't memorize all of my lines. I don't. But the opening sequence of me as Lord Tirek, I can't get it out of my head. It's like Shakespeare. Is he friend or is he foe? The pony wonders. I can assure you I am no friend. And I could go on, man. I mean, you know.
Thank you.
Next question.
I would like to ask, what was your favorite part of this convention so far?
Oh. Right now.
Favorite part of this convention, this moment.
Meeting you guys, that was the best part.
Yeah.
You know, that was really the best part. In fact, that's the only part.
Yeah.
You know, there isn't any other part to this that really means anything.
That's
except
why
meeting you
we're
guys.
here, is to share with you. That's it. Yeah, the best part is you.
That's awesome.
Awesome. For sure.
Well, it's mutual. It's mutual.
Oh.
Honestly.
Yeah, you guys are awesome too, by the way. I just wanted
No,
to say
you
that.
are. No, you. No, you. No, you.
Oh,
no,
no,
you.
we're gonna have a no you
no,
battle.
You. No, you. No, you.
No, you
It's gonna be a
are.
no you
No,
battle
you.
now.
You.
You are.
You.
Stop.
Come on,
Oh,
you.
stop. No,
you.
stop.
You.
Okay, stop.
You. No,
That's enough.
you.
Yeah.
Stop. You. No, stop. Oops.
Hello,
Excuse me.
mystery masked man.
I know who you are.
Hello.
Hello.
I have two questions. They're tangentially related. First is for Mark, actually, is knowing Ellie Ray obviously does, and knowing several other voice actors like Devin Dalton, Bill Newton, Kyle Rideout. Have you ever been tempted to collect merchandise of any of the characters that you've portrayed?
Well, this is for you, isn't
That's for you.
That's
No,
me?
it's for you, Mark. I want to know. Have you
Oh,
ever seen some T-Rex stuff and you went, you know what? I'm gonna buy that.
Sorry. Well, I have a number of pieces of art that have been made for me. A couple of paintings, a couple of hand-painted T-shirts, some drawings. I was given a couple here. Ash created a beautiful one of T-Rex. Those are really cool. Shout out!
Shout out, Tash.
Yeah.
Shout out, Tash. Yeah, yeah.
There he
Incredible
is.
artist, incredible artist. And
I've got one too.
I don't really collect them, but boy, I'm sure glad to get them.
And then for Ellie, it's what's your favorite piece of merchandise for any of the characters you portrayed?
Oh,
that
I
you've
couldn't
gone
possibly
for?
say favorite. Like, I'm a brony. I'm actually not a voice actor. I'm actually a brony. So if you notice, I go to conventions just because I want to be at the convention, not just because of sometimes I'm here doing this. But for the most part, I'll go to conventions just to hang out and get merchandise and,
And win Brony Feud.
and I'm right. I'm so good. Winner, chicken dinner, pony feud. Okay. No, I feel that I am a collector anyway. I'm a hoarder of all things cute, plush, art, stuff. That as you can tell, I get given so much stuff, which I adore, but I also purchase from the vendors as well because I love the stuff. Like, you just go, oh my God, that's so good. Oh my God. Like, I'm wearing jewelry. Like, I've got so much. It's ridiculous. Like, there are rooms in my house that are just like, forget it. What's happening in here? It's just like, you can't even, there's like, what's happening here? It's like a museum.
Hey, Finn, does that sound familiar? Sounds sort of familiar, doesn't it, Finn?
You know how it goes, right? It's the kind of thing where you just go, how much is that plushie? And then you go, how am I going to get it home? I actually have literally 5.5-foot mist mane that is in Europe that I'm trying to get shipped to Canada. And if you saw this plush, it's like nothing I have ever seen in my life. And it's got wired, the body is like hard. It's not soft. You can't like smush it together. It needs to be, it's so huge. And when you boop it, it goes beep. There's a little beep in the nose of Mist Mane. No, me crying when I see. Like this, exactly, like it just goes like this sound. Like you do that and I go, and people are like, what are you going to do with that 5.5-foot thing? Where's it gonna go? That's my life. Hello.
One more comment. That guy that was asking that question, I'd like to go to the bank with you tomorrow. Yeah, just you and me. I just want to see what happens. I just want to see what happens,
I love it, yeah, right?
Next question, please.
Hello. I was just wondering, how long did it take either of you to get your first break, to really get in there and get your first break when it comes to voice acting or acting in general? Like, how long did it take you to finally break the Iron Curtain and get in there?
I came out of the womb there. I think
You're
I
just
was
born
acting
on
from the
stage.
minute I screamed. Yeah, I don't know. I was in public speaking. I was doing public speaking when I was 6 and winning awards with like 16, 17-year-old people. Like, yeah, I was kind of not. I was in a different sort of field. I don't know. Somewhere.
Awesome.
I think I was performing. I think I just came in performing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I went right from high school to theater school. And when I started, there was no film or TV. It was all stage. And so I toured 10 years doing Shakespeare, and Ibsen, and Tennessee Williams. And then started to do a bit of film and TV and realized, well, there's a lot more money here. And did that. And then cartoons came after that. But my whole life acting.
Thank you so
It's
much.
a great
I feel blessed
life.
to meet
Do
you
it.
guys.
Do it. Do it.
Thanks for the question.
Okay.
And next question.
First of all, Ali, you can't have 45 years experience. You're way too young for that.
What? I'm too young for what?
You're too young for your 45 years of experience.
I'm old. What are you talking about?
you're
Where's your
young.
camera? Where's
You're
your...
young.
I love you. I love you.
Okay.
I love you.
Here's my question for you.
Okay.
When you're recording your lines, have you accidentally did the wrong character?
Oh, that's a good question. When I'm learning, I'll tell you what.
You're doing so many roles at once.
Yeah, well, honestly, you saw yesterday in the reading, when you're playing multiple characters back to back, which generally you don't do, you'll always record one character first in a series. And if you're playing multiple characters in a series, you never record them back to back. But sometimes you will bleed the energy of a character. So what they have is, and you will make mistakes, right? Yes. Where you go, wait a minute, I need to hear the reference. So they'll always have a reference. So if you're playing 3 villains and they might all be a little bit similar, but one might have a little bit of an accent, one may have more gravel or texture to it, but how much? There's varying degrees between characters. They're always different. And if you're, I have, like yesterday, I was like, wait a minute, this one's got a New York. Oh, please, can we talk? But I was doing that other sort of almost British high status. Oh, darling. So, you'll get like, oh, where's the accent? If I'm going back to, blah, 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 blah. Switching is hard, and you've got to reference yourself to be able to have sort of, I think, a little bit of an ism that helps lock you into it. But, oh, yeah, I make mistakes all the time. And I've got to watch saying the F-bomb because, when you're doing preschool shows, you don't want to be saying anything in response to yourself making a mistake. And I don't like making mistakes because it makes me feel like I'm going to get in trouble. So I tend to go, and then I go, and then I try again. And the more you make mistakes, you tend to go down the tunnel of mistake making.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like once you make a boo-boo, you're like, oh, shoot. You go, let me try that again. Well, okay, rented teeth. When you get down, and then it gets, and then you get kind of hysterical, and it's like, oh no, make it stop. I can't stop myself. So yeah, you got to really focus. But at this one in time, I'm so young that it doesn't matter.
I agree.
I love you, and I love your camera, and I love that picture of us.
Thanks, Raindrops. Thanks for being such a big supporter of us. And next question, please.
This is a question for both of you. When you're actually voice acting, do you have any mannerisms you do? Is there anything special you do once you're actually playing a role?
You know, stand on my head? No.
A warm-up routine?
Answer that. I have literally used props in my mouth. Like I put things in my mouth to help me change characters. Because if you change your aperture, the character will change too. So people don't think about the lips, the teeth, and the tongue. So I could, if you take the tip of your tongue and you do something different with your tongue, it's going to change your character. You don't think if you, people on stage do that. Like, what's his face put all stuff in his, like he gave himself jowls and stuff like that. I have put pillows in my stomach to make myself feel bigger in a character that needs to be more weighted. I have held little props to talk to them, like little baby cute things that I care about, because you got to kind of, to establish characters that are real. Remember, you're in the temple, you're in a studio, and you're by yourself. We don't have ensemble anymore. So you've got to create this kind of, your character has to be responding to something, and I like to have images, like Mark said, you get an image of the characters, but when you're sort of there and nobody's with you, you've got to use what you have, but also images to put around you to respond out as well. So that's just me. I don't know if you do that, Mark.
I wear a sweatband, and that's because when I go in there, the director goes, "What? You gonna play tennis or something?" I go, "No. There's a fight scene in this," and I'm usually really loud or really low or making a lot of Wallace sounds and stuff like that. So it's like work, and so I usually wear a sweatband, and It's usually wet when I'm finished. Yeah.
Yeah, it's full-on hard work, and if you're not, like, this is the thing, people think, oh, you're just at a microphone chatting. No, it doesn't work like that, because the expression is full on. It's like we're not in neutral. The vehicle, like a lot of voice actors have the key in the ignition and the vehicle is sitting in the driveway running. But like if you listen to commercial work now, it's kind of flat, it's kind of neutral. And you know, 40, 50 years ago, there was character driven work, and we've kind of lost that. We're going to an AI vibe now. And you've got to be expressing, you've got to feel, there's got to be a mental, physical, spiritual, intellectual, musical action in the body. And that takes an incredible amount of gymnastics to go through. And I feel that we've kind of lost that over the years because we've all kind of died inside a little bit because we're no longer together.
We were recording Hulk versus Wolverine, and I was playing the bad guy, Sabretooth. And there's one point where Hulk hits me, and I go flying. And the director goes, no, you're really flying. I mean, imagine Hulk has just knocked you into another city, you know, and so you're going to have to fly for a long time. So that's the kind of time when the sweatband comes in real handy.
I know there's certain actors too that they can't even get into a role until they have a physical sort of feeling. Like I met more than a few people. Like for example, Rene Auberjonois from Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Before he passed, he said on stage that he wasn't really able to get into the character of Odo without wearing the face makeup. Because to him, if he wasn't wearing it and didn't feel that on his face, it just didn't feel like the character. And he had trouble actually even making the sound of his voice. So I found that interesting.
Well, it's like on stage, and it's like anything on film and TV. You're in a costume, you have wig, I've worn, you know, fake prosthetics, teeth. I mean, where I look, people are like, you're like a chameleon. You look so different all the time. And it's like, well, you're transforming everything about you to be another character. And ponies, you know, these are not human beings. They're ponies. So they actually have a whole different way of, you know.
Thanks
so,
for the,
yeah,
thanks
good
for the question.
Yeah, thank you. You won't be lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
Next question.
Your voices have entertained and helped so many people. Do you ever have that dawn on you?
Do you ever have a what?
Does that ever dawn on you?
Does it ever dawn on you that the voices you've portrayed have really made a strong impact for people?
Well, that's like saying, do you realize what kind of an impact you as an audience have on us? Of course, it's a relationship. It's a codependent relationship, right? I don't think, I can't speak for Mark, but I don't feel like my voice is doing anything to people. I feel that I'm part of a team, that we all communicate. It's like a requirement. It's response-driven dialogue. It may look like a monologue on the page, but there's never a monologue, because the only reason we open our mouth to speak ever is because of you. So really, it's a dialogue, right?
Yeah, it's like a chemistry set. You know, I mean, when I'm out in the real world, I don't talk like Tyrek. I talk real normal, and I try to be soft and nice and short. But then when I'm with you guys, there's this chemistry that happens. I'm like, I can have fun again, you know, and I do. And like, that guy and I, when we go to the bank tomorrow, that's going to be a hoot. You know? We're going to have a lot of fun on that, you know. So that's the kind of chemistry I'm talking about.
So thank you. Yeah, this is the chemistry right now. It's like the effect that you have on us is, look at what he just said. It's that, right?
Well, actually, related to that question though, have you ever used your voice to kind of get something to happen in the real world?
Oh, sure. I mean, yeah, like I donate my voice a lot for charity. I do a lot of charity. And your voice, I mean, storytelling is to inspire and uplift. Our job is to ignite, excite, uplift you, hold you, make you feel that you're not alone, that you're heard. and that you have a friend in us. That we have an intimate relationship with you. So, I mean, we use our voices for good, hopefully.
Sometimes.
In the long run, even if we're playing a villain, because the overall story requires villains. I play a lot of villains as well, believe it or not. It requires the villain, and a villain is just a fallen hero anyway. I mean, you know, basically storytellers are heroes, and then they play many different characters, but it's this relationship, right? Otherwise, what are we doing? We're talking into a vacuum. It's for no reason.
Or sometimes we're bad. I had one part where I had 4 hours of prosthetic makeup put on, and I was getting tested by the director, and they had me being driven down to the set in a limousine with smoke glass windows, and the makeup was on, and we stopped at a light, and a squeegee guy started to come up to the limo. Uh-oh. And this is where I feel bad, because it's an uncontrollable urge, you know. It's all there. It's like the ball is sitting on the tee, and you have the golf club there. And so I rolled down the window and I said, "Get away from the car." My last vision of him was he was still frozen. He did not move. The squeegee was in one hand, and he did not move, and we drove away.
Thank you for your work.
Right? Awesome. To shock and amaze, you see? Leave them breathless. Leave them standing breathless.
Next question, please.
Howdy.
Yesy.
I was just curious about how hybrid work has been in like the past year for you guys in both VA work and acting, because I do AV for a tech company, and we've literally been having to write the entire manual for how to do like hybrid work with tech. So I'm curious how.
When you say hybrid,
Like in the studio or versus home?
I'm sorry.
oh, sorry. I'm thinking the car. Because this is where my
I'm
brain
so used
goes.
to-
A
I'm so used
hybrid,
to that
like what,
word.
or a kind of a zebra and a
yeah,
pony.
those
I was like,
Priuses.
where are we? Okay.
I'm
I
sorry,
understand
I'm
what you're
so
asking.
used to that
I
word being
understand
used
because
at
you're
work.
talking to not a tech savvy human being. Listen, the actor has now, in voiceover at any rate, is responsible to be the studio, the director, the voicer, the editor, sometimes the writer, because when you embellish and add your own little, they say improvise, or whatever. We are now, the actor has to do everything because it saves the producer money. They don't need to go into a studio to pay a technician or a director, a casting director to be there, where every actor used to go to the same microphone, the same studio, work with the director, the same director, who would do the audition for you. So now we do it all ourselves at home, in Toronto anyway. I think it for pretty much might be the same in Vancouver, I don't know. And it's killer because I don't want to take away somebody's job. I want to be the actor. But that's the way our world has gone. And if you don't have a home studio now, and like I said, I'm up there under blankets and stuff trying to do an audition, which I would do in my home studio. I've had to learn how to do all that, and it's taken away so many jobs. We've kind of dumbed it down a lot and put it all on. I don't want to be the director. I don't want to be the technician. I don't want to be those things. I want other people to do that because I believe it takes all those people to do that job well, because I don't do the technical job well. I can kind of, clean up my files, but I don't generally do it. If I make a boo-boo, I go, rented teeth, oh, I got it, and I leave it in because I just go, I don't have time, right? So yeah, it's forced us. I mean, I've had Source Connect. Source Connect is a connectability platform, because somebody forced me to get it, like when it first came out 12 years ago. I didn't know what it is. I don't even, are you kidding? I can't even get on Discord, never mind use, forget it. And so, I've learned how to connect to Los Angeles, Europe, all over, and do voice jobs. But it kills me because every time we have a dropout or something, I panic. I go into this, whereas if it's like a technician in a studio, they do that. I don't do that, right? I don't know if you do that here, Mark. Do you do that here?
Well, yeah, but the thing for me, and it doesn't matter what it's for, I'm a firm believer that acting isn't acting, it's reacting. You know, it's playing off of what you're given and what your notes are. And so a lot of the work that I got early on was I would do my bit, and the director would go, okay, yeah, okay, but give me a little bit here and do a little thing there and a little bit there. And so when you could give that back to the person, then the magic happened, right? Then they went, holy crap, man, I can make this guy do anything, you know. And so that's when, you know, but right now it's a guessing game. You know, you're sitting in your room alone and you put it together, and you hope, you cross your fingers and you hope that you nailed it, which, you know, I don't know about you, but I don't buy a lot of lottery tickets, although, you know, being an actor is sort of like a gamble, but I think it should be a community thing, right? You know, where people are going, okay, Mark, a little bit less bottom here, give me a bit more top there, that's the audio guy. The director going, okay, that's very nice, but give me a softer thing there, and then give me really a growl thing at the end. You know, that kind of thing. And then that's all in your mind, and it's like music then.
And in the old days,
well, in the old days, in the old days when we were at the studio, well, we would have this sort of.
no, like we were dependent. We were so dependent on just being told what to do because the directors were good at what they did, and quite frankly, everything's kind of gotten, anybody can be a voice actor, anybody can be a director, anybody can be a technician, anybody can be anything. And it's sort of taken the whole thing to another, I don't know, just a whole other level for me, where I hope we go back. I'm trying to fight with the unions right now, saying you've got to fight to get the producers. But if I was a producer, I'd go, hey, it's a lot cheaper for me not to do that. Get them all to send in, you know, self-tapes. But we've got to go back to that. It's in the, you know, before I knew all the directors, they just would call you in. Oh, you know, Mark can do that job. You'd be great for this character. Forget auditioning. It was just a given that you would come in and they would respect your talent and time. And that doesn't happen now because we are saturated with, everybody wants to be a voice actor, and they think all I need is a home studio, you know, a microphone and this, and I can be a voice actor. And so now the entire world is trying to audition for things, and that's all fine and good. But it becomes, just listened to 2,000 auditions for an international, the Ultimate VO Survivor, a game that I'm doing internationally. It's for a TV show. And if you've ever done that, I jury the Emmys every year too. I've done it for 15 years. And you listen to so many voice actors, and what you realize is they're all the same. It's like they're all good. It's creative expression. What do you do? How do you pick? What is the thing? The magic, bing bong, is created when you have a team that helps you lift your authenticity. When you're trying to do it for yourself, you get lost in this weird, like, go, where am I now, right?
Good question.
And if you don't mind, I have a second mood booster
Part
question,
two?
quick one. No, it's just, what type of pony do you think you'd be in Equestria? You know, Pegasi, Earth, Unicorn, Thestral, maybe a hybrid of something, you know.
Hybrid again, you and the hybrids, okay.
Come on, you goose
Right?
horse, you know.
Just a flying Toyota Prius pony.
Like that, yeah, totally. I'd be an alicorn.
Someone draw that.
Yeah, somebody get on that.
It's probably already drawn by now.
I'd still like the dragon. I mean, I love dragons, and you know, I'd want some. You know, the thing I love about Miss Maine is that she has a dragon, and that's how her magic happens, and I love that.
Bing bong.
I was waiting for it, and it's like, where are you?
Mark, would you have an answer to that one?
Well, I don't have a lot of pony characteristics, but I have been a dragon for Barbie, and so they let me have a really long tongue, so I got to have a lisp like this, you know, and I enjoyed that quite a bit because it took the edge off of the dragon part and made him kind of soft and cuddly, you know.
Does anybody know Dragon Goes House Hunting? Is anybody an anime fan in here? Dragon Goes House Hunting. I play Gormagonder in Dragon Goes House Hunting. It's a great, speaking of dragons, she's sort of like this ancient, bigger than time. All of the mountains, she is the mountains. And it's about a little elf that lives on her head in the mountains, which are her back. Oh, it's really fabulous.
That sounds gorgeous.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Well,
It's beautiful.
thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Gary Oak,
Yo,
panelist extraordinaire, writer.
thank you.
Yes. What is your question, sir?
I have one for each of the guests, if that's okay. So for Ellie Ray, my question is, since you like to go to cons and you're part of the fandom and not just a VIP celebrity all the time, right? You're a bit of column A, column B. What is the most interesting and memorable piece of fandom content? It can be anything from writing to artwork to media, just anything at all that you've seen, consumed, gotten.
Experientially, I've been giving so many things. I could never say I love anything more than anything else, but there have been some experience in the After Dark, 21 plus, and just late night panels that get cuckoo. Like I
don't get invited to these.
Cuckoo. Vincent Tong, where was it, Babscon or something last year? Where it's just that, yeah, you got to go because we ended up doing the splits on the table. Vincent Tong and I having Touch My Meat. That was a thing at TrotCon late night thing where they had a frozen dinner that was a prize on the thing, and I got it was a frozen dinner, Salisbury steak. I'm like, what's happening right now? I felt insane, and I go, is this real? And I opened it and they said, it's Salisbury steak. You could have it for dinner. And I opened it and I looked and I said, that is not meat there. And they said, yeah, it's real meat. And I was touching this frozen thing and I went, touch my meat. So touch my meat. It went through every pony that was there. Touch my meat became a thing. Whereas they were going, that is not real. No matter what it was not real. So you know how there becomes a line in every convention that stays. Balls,
Well,
you know, when the guy was.
I'm not allowed to say "touch my meat." That's
Well-
number one. That's the number one line right there. I'm not allowed to say that.
Well, that's the guy who was juggling those glow-in-the-dark balls, and they kept screaming,
Oh,
balls!
now the balls! Oh, my God!
Balls, and touch my meat. It was the same thing. It became a whole crazy, but it was relative to cuckoo stuff, right? Like, it just was like, what is happening? And then, the marshmallow stomp and where it just goes into
The fun you guys have. And I'm never invited, and you say, oh, you should come, but nobody tells me where to go.
I'll tell you where to go.
We'll invite you next time, Mark.
It'll be even funnier if you just happen by and just crash the panel.
Yeah, I crash panels all the time.
Just do it. Just crash
I love
panels.
crashing panels. Like, they'll say, you've got this panel and that panel. I'm like, oh, I'm going to this thing. And they're like, where's Ellie? God, that's why I have handlers. Because my ADHD, and I just go, bing. I'm like, where is she? I can't find her. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, it's bad.
I guess we're cut from similar cloth because the 18, 21 plus stuff, I have so many memories.
I'm scared. I just wear sunglasses and go get me. I'm scared.
We should swap war stories one of these days.
I could tell you horror stories. I'll tell you later.
Not here, though. Not here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So my question for Mark is, I'm an aspiring writer. I've been writing pony stuff for 11 years now, and that actually got me into writing and whatnot. One type of writing I really like, though, is I like writing villains. And as someone who plays villains, I was wondering what type of traits, characteristics, I can't enunciate anymore apparently, etc., that you find most compelling and effective.
I would say with a villain, when you can do less is more and be really soft and quiet and eerie, that gives it a lot of punch. So if I was going to suggest to you how to write a character, I would take a look at the opening sequence of Tyrek when he first appeared. And that will be a really good guide to how to create a great villain.
Well,
It's like Silence of the Lambs too. Like the villains, if you play angry and big, it's not scary. What becomes it is the nuances of there's something just a little bit scary in the fact that it's sweet and weird. Like that's where it's like I'm scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your answers.
Great question.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Next question, please.
Hello. What was your guys' first convention?
My first convention was Harmony. No, I lie to you. Nightmare Nights in Texas. That's no longer. I was doing a voice convention in Texas, and I had literally. I think Equestria Daily had mentioned me, but it hadn't come out yet. Anyway. They found out somewhere someone knew that I was in Texas, and they waited until the Saturday night because I finished my voice convention, and they said, "Hi, Ellie, would you like to come to an MLP convention?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I would. We're going to pick you up." I thought, excellent, because I wasn't anywhere near it. It was far. This fancy car comes, I go to this fancy hotel. Then I had to go to the meat buffet that they have in Texas. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the thing.
meat.
I have never in my life seen more meat. Here we are back on the same.
Did they touch your meat?
No, stop it. But it was like in Texas, it has steak and roast beef and filet mignon and big things of meat and sausage and good stuff. Like I was like, where am I? And the booze was flowing. And then the desserts that came in that were bigger than my head. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to die. There's so much food here. And this is like for the sponsors, or I don't even know what was happening because I'd never been to a convention, but everybody was drinking and eating meat. So much meat. It was insane. Then they took me to the hotel. And I walked into the lobby and I went, I found my people. I found my people. I went, oh my gosh, this is like a pride float for me. I went, there were furries and there was people in cosplay and there were people with lights on their head that were like, I was like, what's happening? Like, what's happening? It was like, it changed me forever. And then I went in and danced because they had bands and I was like, I'm freaking out. And then the next day, I stayed in a beautiful hotel room, and the next day they had me do a panel and sign autographs, and it was like, I went, are you kidding? Like, this is fantastic. So, and that's what happened. I became a brony. That was the moment.
Oh, my experience is completely different than hers. No meat. I'm a late bloomer, and I didn't start doing these until just recently. But the first one I did, which was about 3 years ago, ever free. A lady that had been a friend just on the internet for years said you should come and just do this, and then she met me, and she was my main handler, and she showed me all around, and it was the warmest, happiest experience that I'd ever had, because I was just around people that well, liked me, and I liked them, and liked what I did, and you know, we were all of this same club. And so, you know, like Ellie says, I felt like all of a sudden I was home. But again, you know, Nobody invites me to the late night things. I don't get to go to any of those things. I know. I
We
feel
need
bad.
to invite Mark to, come and touch my meat at a late night event.
I'm not even going to go there,
Right?
I'm not even
I can't
going
even recreate it. We'll smash some marshmallows, we'll get the yak on board, and we'll just go,
We need an entourage of yaks. is what we
Yeah,
need.
come on. You know you want to.
I will absolutely play Prince Rutherford if other people are.
Oh,
willing.
yeah, you got to do it.
This will have, just
Please.
walk around. It's like, God not perfect, yak smash, and just start smashing things that we pre-arranged for smashing. This has to happen.
It has to, and it must. Make it
has to
happen next year.
It has to happen. I'll make it happen.
Oh, okay.
We'll figure it out. We'll find a way.
And thank you very much, you guys, for the incredible questions and the incredible weekend and all the love. Thank you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we love you so much, gang. You're special folk. You're family.
I think that's about all
One
we
more
can
question.
say.
He's got one finger.
Do we have one more? Okay, go for it. Yes.
Hi guys, hope you had a good weekend. Really hope so. Please.
I love you, Nathan.
Thank you. This applies to both of you. Is there any scene in any project you've worked on, whether it be featuring you or just something you've seen that has spoken to you on a deep, deep level? Like a scene from any show, any movie that you've seen that you're like, I have found my spirit animal, basically, in this scene.
Are you talking about MLP?
I'll provide a reference from MLP.
I think it means just anything. Yeah.
Anything, doesn't have to be MLP, just a scene that spoke to you on a deep level in anything you've seen. For example, mine is, I found a lot of relatability in the character of Sunburst in MLP, and watching him basically have a freak out as there's this giant storm outside starting to destroy the Crystal Empire, and he's like, well, things didn't work out. I'm not the person you thought I was. Not everyone wins at life. People fail. That spoke to me on the deep level, and I'm not sure if you guys have any scenes like that, but just figured I'd ask.
I'm going to go to something, again, which is, I'm going to use, it's not so much, well, it is the show. It's this show. I mean, I love movies and I love stories and I love all that. I get lost in them. I cry at, commercials for banks and stuff. Like, I just get lost in little, it doesn't matter how long.
Cry tomorrow when we
Yeah. Exactly. But I mean, I feel that what speaks to me at any rate, having been really bullied and really abused as a young individual with autism and ADHD and ADD and I was labeled with everything was wrong with me, and they wanted to change me and drug me and beat me and crack me and do all kinds of things. And I feel that what happens is if you make it through somehow, that you carry in you feelings about yourself and your worth, that you assume that you got to try harder or be better or be different or be something other than you are, which is why, for me, I think this fandom and MLP works as a story as a whole. And which is why I say I found my home, I found my people, I found my ponies, because I felt that everything that I had, sort of torturously not understood suddenly made great sense to me. Is that you're perfect just the way you are. You're filled with great light, and our lessons, no matter good, bad, or indifferent, every day, will teach you that you are a part of something bigger than yourself, and you will always survive if you recognize that friendship is magic. Bing bong! And, right? And I mean it. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It had saved me from a very, very, very trepidatious way of looking at myself and what I needed to be different, to be better, to be more, I don't know, live up to the expectations of somebody, and being an actor, you're constantly putting yourself out to be the thing that, isn't what they want. So you're constantly going, oh, yeah. So when you get into this kind of story, I feel that you go, okay, it's perfect just the way it is. So, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Did you have an answer for that one, Mark, or we?
Also, I'm sorry about asking that question. That's a justified sorry, by the way. I'm sorry for asking that question.
Oh, no, that's a great question. I love that question. It's a great question.
When I went to theater school 50 years ago now.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, liar, liar, pants on fire.
50 years ago.
Pinocchio.
The first speech that we learned was from Hamlet. And there's a scene where the actors are being brought in to perform in front of the king in the court. And back then, when you sucked, it was not good. Bad things happened to you when you bombed. And so the stage manager gave this speech, and it's a short one. Speak the speech, I pray thee, as I pronounced it to thee, trippingly on the tongue, but if you mouth it, as many of your players do, that is, leaves the town crier spoke my lines, nor do not saw the air thus with your hand, but use all gently, for in the very torrent and tempest and whirlwind of passion, you must acquire and begat a temperance that may give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear some periwig, pated fellow tear passion to tatters, to very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings who, for the most part, are incapable of such inexplicable dumb shows and noise. I would have such a fellow whipped for doing termagant. It out Herod's Herod, and I prithee, avoid it.
Yeah!
Wow. Wow. Very impressive, Mark. Very well done.
Very powerful, too.
Well, I think that's about the tail end of what we can do today. I would like to say, because I know everyone's going to want to hear it, what would Lord Tyrek and Miss Main say about their experience at Vanhoover today? And yesterday? And the day before?
Vanhoover has been an experience that I can only capture for a short time and hope that I'm invited back again, over and over and over.
You are the crystal garden. Always have faith in yourself and every pony around you, for it is you that brings the magic. Bing bong. And you that is the magic. In friendship and all that is, believe in yourselves and know we are always together in the realm of friendship.
Miss Ellie Ray, everyone. Mr. Mark Atchison. Thank you very much, both of you. We'll see you at closing ceremonies.
We love you,
everyone.
ponies.
And don't forget about our charity auction coming up very soon. We're about to get started with that, so.
When is